Happy Friday. Chris playing some Tabitha music going back to the 70s.
I love it.
That was your era. That was your decade.
The 70s, yes. I
know
was
it
at
was.
least an adult by then, driving.
Happy
I was
Friday.
born, at least.
No, of course you were born.
I was a baby in the 70s.
You were cooking dinner for your parents at that time. Hey, everybody, welcome to The Edge. Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. Eric Johnson will be here. Chris Knight's here. Tabitha Hassell. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. Can't wait to rock and roll the show this morning. Steve Ellman, St. Charles County Executive, coming up at 8:30. Looking forward to that, talking to him. We haven't, it kind of checked the scoreboard, so to speak, on how St. Charles County handled this COVID, where they are now, what's going on. As we know, everything's pretty much back to normal, and we'll take your calls, 636-695-2915, 636-695-2915. Once again, you can share the show, 100.7 The Viper. That's where you can get us on Facebook. Share the show at 100.7 The Viper. You can always stream us. ViperRocks.com. We're completely back to normal, right? Doesn't everything feel normal now?
It feels extremely normal to me.
Okay. Did anybody see what was going on with Fauci yesterday? Did you see coverage? Did you hear people talking about it in regards to the emails?
Everyone is talking about it.
Okay. I still did not see anything on CNBC or MSNBC or CNN.
I don't watch the news. Somebody sent me screenshots of CNN talking about it, so I know they did. I did not personally see it, but I read the news. So I read about it.
Because I have TV at work. I have TVs up. We have tons of TVs on and one's right by my desk. And I can see the headlines, and if I turn up the volume, I could. I mean, at one time when they were breaking down the Fauci emails on Fox, right next to it, it was why Biden won't put a commission together to investigate the January 6th insurrection. I'm going, oh, my God. Really?
Well, of course,
really.
The narrative, of course, they're following is that, this was a long time ago, and all those emails are completely explainable. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't say anything wrong.
He's out and about trying to do what he can.
And they've taken his book out. His book is no longer for sale, apparently.
Yes, you're going
Were you going there?
Exactly where I'm going. I love it, Tabitha. Yeah.
I'm reading your Barnes.
Well, book publishers.
Yeah.
He's getting the Josh Hawley treatment that Josh got at first.
It's kind of funny, isn't it? I don't like to be happy when something bad happens to someone.
I know, I agree. It just I totally agree with you,
but I have to giggle a little.
But but this is different. This isn't something bad happening to somebody. This is something, and it's still not what it should be. As Dr. Naputi said yesterday, lives lost.
Yes.
Because of what this guy did, what could have happened.
Yes.
All the way down the line.
Absolutely so.
We'll continue to talk about that. Cardinals got beat again for our sports fans. They're injured. They just got it's no fun. It's sad. The Cubs are in first place. They win again. Jane Duker, who is in charge of the St. Louis City Police Association, representation legal-wise, and St. Louis County, is trading barbs and trading punches with Cori Bush.
Good.
Over the whole situation with police funding. When I told you guys yesterday that we're more divided now than we've ever been, and it's only going to get worse, and we went out and did a story with Rashawn, city representative. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I know Aldridge. Rasheed Aldridge. They're like, well, they didn't even say in the story that they disagree 100% with what Nick Schroer was doing, St. Peter's representative, in regards to if you continue to defund police or don't put police back where they should be, we're going to ask the governor to do a state takeover. They're like, you need to come to our neighborhoods and ask us. I mean, it's not even that they disagree. Then they'll get into, well, we want to reimagine policing. They're just upset, the representatives in St. Louis, that they weren't asked. I get that point of it. But it's not whether things are getting safer or not, which should be the ultimate. It's about a respect. It's about a respect and pride issue, not about what's actually best and most safe.
Correct.
For St. Louis. Blew my mind. That's out there going on too.
Well, and I'm happy to hear that, because that situation needs to be confronted. It needs to be discussed. And I really like Jane, and I'm glad that she's out there doing the right thing.
Well, in your mind, again, the right thing.
Oh, of course, yeah.
In regards to what she feels. So we'll talk more about that today, too. How did your event last night with Derek go?
You know what? It was great. Derek, unfortunately, wasn't there because he had a family obligation. But some of the other guys were there. Pete Wood, Dave Schrader, some of the other people that
are. Who they are.
What's that? Brader, sorry, Dave Brader. They are the organizers of the event, along with Derek and his dad, Larry Frost. And so, no, it was a really good event. I think they exceeded their goal for the night. They're great guys. They have a great group of people there with the Pro Players organization. So if anyone comes across another event of theirs, make sure you go. It is well worth it. They gave everyone a really, really nice gift bag with a very nice bottle of bourbon, a cigar, a bourbon glass, and a Pro Players mask, which we're going to burn.
Okay. All right. Well, that would be, I think Derek needs to send some of those extra bags over to Chris. We had him on the show a bunch of times.
Yes.
Tell him to send some of the bourbon over the show, and we'll go from there. Did you see that Trump's going to speak at the Dallas CPAC event in July? Former President Donald Trump will be speaking at CPAC in July. Guess who's back?
Yes.
Back again. Trump is going to be speaking. So that's why Chris is going to be leaving in July. He's headed to Dallas to listen to his boy, Trump.
I'm going to
talk about that.
It's got all the Democrats' heads spinning.
I bet he does.
It might.
Oh, he does. He does.
TDS is going to start spreading again.
There's also 110. What is it? I was looking for the huge lawsuit against Major League Baseball now to keep the All-Star game in Atlanta. Blew my mind when I saw
that.
Why?
Because of how it would negatively impact all the local businesses, specifically those businesses owned by people of color.
Yes.
Well, they're okay.
Yeah. Well, no, the Jobs Creators Network, they're a conservative-leaning group. They filed this lawsuit this week on Monday in New York. That's where Major League Baseball is headquartered, challenging that. So here's what basically is they're saying, that 8,000 hotel reservations had to be canceled. More than 41,000 fans were going to be there. So they claim that they're going to lose $100 million if the game is not held there. They still want the game there. They say they can pull it off. They say that local damages will exceed. They want $1 billion. Businesses are going to lose $100 million if the game is not held in Atlanta. And they're requesting that the amount in damages to local businesses as $1 billion in punitive damages. It's a serious lawsuit. It has some legs. We'll see where it goes. Another big headline from a national standpoint. Mike Pompeo coming out and saying we couldn't get science. We got politics instead, blasting you-know-who, Fauci. And this is another interesting national headline, guys. Governor Kristi Noem from South Carolina was denied in her bid for the 4th of July fireworks at Mount Rushmore.
I heard about that, yeah.
It got denied. She says the fight is not over. This is going to be an interesting national case to watch, how it plays out in the court system.
Absolutely.
If anybody knows anything about the 4th of July and fireworks, one of the most well-known is the fireworks show at Mount Rushmore.
And why would they want to cancel that? It makes no sense whatsoever.
Well, it started with COVID.
Well, of course, but guess what?
And now they're wanting to keep that.
It's outdoors.
I know.
It's outdoors.
And finally, from another interesting national headline, sorry, I have a very, 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 very big dislike of Mark Cuban. I just do.
You and everybody else?
Well, I'd love to meet him sometime, but even he's the type of guy you have to try to have a conversation with, and you wouldn't get a word in. You just wouldn't. Mark Cuban, if you remember, the Dallas Mavericks owner, was the guy who stopped playing the first time ever in this country, once national anthems had started, decided to not play them at his NBA games. He decided, I'm not going to play them. Well, he stopped playing the anthem. So the Texas Republican House this last week, passed the Star-Spangled Banner Protection Act.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. Guess what that means? Now once signed into law by Governor Abbott. And by the way, Governor Abbott,
I love him.
The guy is rocking and rolling, whether you believe in his politics or not.
He is.
He is getting stuff.
In many ways, many
He is
areas.
getting stuff done. Maybe the word of Matthew McConaughey running for governor.
I know that's so hard. It's so hard.
Has him moving at warp speed. Maybe the Texas legislature hears that.
Matthew has nothing on Abbott.
Well,
other than he's beautiful.
I still don't know if he's going to run as a Republican or a Democrat. And I had this conversation with some Democrat friends of mine on Saturday last week.
He is fairly liberal.
That said, they both think that he's actually going to run as a Democrat.
I would think that he would run as a Democrat, yes.
But he's got too many Republican loves in his life, too many Republican ideals.
He's probably middle of the road. But you know what?
Because he's a masker too.
But I was just going to say, yeah, he had a lot of covert efforts.
Wearing a mask.
That's absolutely right. And there's there's a photo of him that he posted with he and his wife wearing a mask.
That's the Hollywood
outside on a hike. They were wearing a mask outside on a hike. Recently,
I couldn't figure out if that was for political or if he really felt that way.
I think he actually really wears a mask.
Well, he's a Texan, like Cuban. So the Star-Spangled Banner Act is going to force Mark Cuban and all the professional sports teams in the state to play the national anthem. And he won't have a choice. He'll have to do it, which would be very, very, very interesting. The snub lasted 13 games. So basically, it's going to have to be played before the professional sports games in Texas. Unless, here's what, if Cuban decides not to do it, and maybe he will, then that means the state would take their funding and the business relationship away from those professional teams. Have fun with it, Mark. We'll see where you go from there.
He'll probably veto it in some way.
Who?
Mark Cuban. No, Mark Cuban. He'll probably say, well, no, you can't make me do that.
Yeah, it's legislation. Yes, they can.
And what happens if he refuses to? He'll get fined?
Yeah, no, they'll take away state funding. He likes his money. Trust me.
He does like his money.
He likes his money. That's not going to change. I very seriously doubt that's going to happen. So?
I never liked him anyway, outside of the fact that he takes Dogecoin as payments.
We're on Facebook, 100.7 The Viper. Oh, by the way, are we still, I think we're locked.
We're still on YouTube.
We're locked and loaded. The Morning Edge on YouTube.
Yeah, we actually have an official warning right now that we could be grounded for a week on YouTube. But so far, we're still there. So if anyone would like to subscribe, and you should subscribe to our YouTube page, just go on there, do a search for The Edge Morning Show, and we will pop up. You can subscribe. And if you subscribe, we can see that you've subscribed. We can see how many listeners, and we're really happy to be there.
All right, from the Facebook line, what does this mean? I bet you're not talking about the Amazon Blue Lives Matter. I don't understand that. You can let us know on that. Never forget what Fauci did to the United States. You can bet that he will play the anthem as fans enter the game, and that will be it. That coming from the Facebook line as well. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to play our national anthem while people are walking in, for the most part, I don't know. It just...
Well, somebody told me the other day that he could play it before anyone came in and it would still count. I don't know if that's true or not.
You know what? And I was reminded of this. Going back when I was playing football at Mizzou, we didn't come out until the national anthem had already played.
Right.
As college kids. Now, we weren't pros. We were college kids. But I was thinking about that the other day, and I never, at home, the anthem played once it finished. Then they introduced us, and then we ran onto the field. Right. So,
I think as long as he plays it at some point, he's probably going to be safe.
Oh, thank you. Apparently, there's a Blue Lives Murder shirt that they're selling on Amazon.
I've not heard
Blue
about
Lives
that.
Murder shirt, Vic. I'm not familiar with it either. If somebody has a picture of it, put it on our Facebook line. Would love to see it so we could talk about it. What exactly that means. Is that meaning calling for murder of blue lives or Blue Lives Murder people? I'd be interested.
Yeah,
Amazon is selling a shirt that says Blue Lives Murder.
I'm not surprised. I mean, are you surprised?
That's horrible. That's sickening.
It is sickening, yes.
The fact that Amazon would even jump into that. Is Amazon selling shirts that say "Long Live the KKK"?
Probably.
I mean, that's horrible. It is horrible. Absolutely horrible. Or Black Lives Murder? Seriously.
I've been boycotting Amazon for a really long time. And everyone else needs to do the same thing.
Once again, I'm all for lack of restriction. I'm all for open, whatever. Hey, whatever you want to do, every side be heard.
But what about freedom of speech?
Exactly.
Because here's
That's
the
what
thing.
I'm saying. I'm for freedom of speech.
If you're for
especially
freedom of speech,
after what cancel culture has done,
right?
After what we're starting to hear and see from our Congress when it comes to Facebook, when it comes to Instagram, when it comes to Twitter, you should be able to say what you want to say. I'm sorry.
And I agree completely. Even though I don't agree with the message.
You can boycott Amazon.
Yeah, you can boycott Amazon. We have to support freedom of speech, because obviously we know the Constitution supports freedom of speech, and it doesn't mean just speech you like.
Yeah, and it can't just be one-sided.
And it can be
cancel culture is love in life because they get it all one way.
Right.
They get their cake and they get to eat it too for the time being.
And if we support suppressing that freedom of speech, even though we don't agree with it, then we face suppressing our own freedom of speech, which is already happening.
We're just getting started on a Friday morning. Happy June 4th. If you're in the St. Louis area, in the Missouri area, and I know we have listeners pretty much from all across the world, mostly in the Missouri area, but also listeners around the country. If you're in this area today, and for the next 3 days after this, 4 straight days, enjoy the weather. It's going to be sunny, warm like summer, in the 80s.
Pool days.
Every single day. Every single day. Hope you're having a great weekend. We're getting started here. Eric will be in just a bit. Chris Knight's here. Chris, good morning. How are you, by the way?
Good.
He's been very busy over there.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm just over here
busybody.
playing.
So
if you see little bugs going across your screen out there, it's just me over here playing.
It's like, what is you're tinkering.
That's right.
I thought Fish was the tinker guy.
No, I'm just trying to make our show look better. How are you?
Tabitha Hassell. I'm Vic Faust of Fox. I'm doing well. I'm extremely exhausted.
Today?
It's been a long week. It's been a long 3-day week for me. But I'm exhausted. Just a lot of stuff going on. Taking care of kids, the job, racing around. You got it. So anyway.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and tell you this.
Oh, no.
You ready?
Yeah, I guess. Don't drop a bomb on me right now. Hopefully it's all right.
I've got an idea. We need to figure out how we're going to give. I have a pair of St. Louis Cardinal tickets for this weekend behind home plate, green seats.
The Reds?
Yes.
Okay.
How do we want to give them away this morning? Let's think about that.
If that's hey guys, did you hear that?
Let's think about that.
Listeners.
Green seats.
Listeners, that's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
And we can't.
And
we have
to be
to.
beautiful this weekend.
It is going to be beautiful.
See, you just threw that on me now, and Tabitha.
We'll have to think about that during the break.
Yes.
We'll have to come up with some fun way.
Yeah, I know. Well, okay.
That's fair for everyone.
And of course, Facebook line lights up. Of course, what day is it, Chris? Or we'll have to figure
Sunday. Sunday's game.
Okay, we'll look at that during the break.
1:15.
Oh my God, that's
game time.
Yeah, that's pretty damn amazing. That's going to be.
You got to give them to somebody.
Hey, Facebook listeners, but we've also got
we also have radio listeners.
We've got radio listeners
and YouTube.
All right,
and the Viper stream.
We'll come up with a way that's fair for everybody. The last thing I needed to do was come in and start thinking this morning, Chris.
Sorry.
Damn.
I'm sorry. It'll be a fun weekend for somebody.
Oh, man.
Vic and I may take those tickets during the break, and you guys may have no luck.
Maybe we should all go.
I thought you've only got 2.
To give away.
Oh, okay. Man, okay, you got me. Sorry, this is bad radio.
They're about right where you sat last time.
Oh, when I was at the game?
Yeah, right behind home plate.
Did you see me on TV, by the way?
I did. And it was just you. The camera shot did not have the person that you were with.
Oh my gosh,
funny.
Kim was
It was
with me
just
that
you.
day.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It was pretty funny.
Kim. I started getting those messages, and I wasn't going to do it. One of the first time, we'll talk about it in the break. When Chris was in green seats 2 years ago, Chris goes, he texted me, he's like, you see me? You watching the baseball game? I'm at the baseball game right now. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I'm in the green seats. So I turned on the TV, or I flipped it over to the Cardinals game. I walked in, and turned on and I see Chris smiling. He's got the phone to his ear. His big old white tee smiling. Hey, we'll come up with an idea. We appreciate it. We're just getting started on this Friday morning. Thanks for everybody listening. Share the show if you're listening and watching on Facebook, 100.7 The Viper. And coming up, when we come back from the break, we'll set the stage and also talk with Steve Ellman and how St. Charles, 3 words, got it right. I repeat, how St. Charles got it right when it comes to COVID. And not only did St. Charles get it right, from a statewide position, we're seeing what Texas did in Florida. They are dominating from a business standpoint nationally. Missouri, also with some big economic news, how they got it right when it comes to COVID. Don't listen to the noise. Back right after this.
Grab your coffee. The Morning Edge will be right back on 100.7 The Viper.
Of all the challenges Chef Gordon Ramsay has faced on Hell's Kitchen,
what is happening?
He's never encountered anything like this.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
23.
Hashtag Young Guns.
Tonight on Fox, TV's most explosive cooking competition is back.
We're running a kitchen, not a kindergarten.
With a whole new generation of aspiring chefs.
I don't want to sound super cocky, but we're taking charge.
Get out!
Okay, Boomer. Hell's Kitchen Young Guns. Season premiere tonight at 8/7 Central on Fox.
Greenbox Capital, an alternative lender, is here to help small to medium-sized businesses with the funding needed to build back during these challenging times. And for a limited time, is offering 10% off the cost of working capital. Visit greenboxcapital.com/radio to fill out a short form and connect with a real advisor who will work with you to create the best funding solution. Mention the code RADIO to redeem your special offer. With funding as low as $3,000 up to $500,000 in all industries across the U.S., Puerto Rico, and Canada, Greenbox Capital can help with your financial needs today. Visit greenboxcapital.com/radio. Again, that's greenboxcapital.com/radio. Get the business funding you need while saving 10% off the cost of working capital. Visit greenboxcapital.com/radio. Greenbox Capital. Fast funding for small businesses.
If you or your children are experiencing fear or anxiety due to the COVID crisis, we are here for you. Compass Health Network, in partnership with Show Me Hope, a federally funded crisis counseling program, have counselors available to talk with you 24/7. If you've experienced the loss of a family member, loss of a job, or are stressed by day-to-day life, you're not alone and we can help. Call our 24-hour mental health crisis line to speak with one of our counselors. 888-237-4567. Compass Health Network. We're here for you.
This is the Edge Morning Show.
Say hello to happy, healthy hair at Ulta Beauty's Gorgeous Hair Event, happening right now. Get hair care happy with 50% off hair care essentials from brands like Hot Tools and Living Proof. And get wow-worthy hair with unbeatable deals on shampoo and conditioner pairs from brands like Redken. Longer sunny days just mean more time to show off your new style. Hurry! This event ends May 29th. Discover your best hair yet. Ulta Beauty. The possibilities are beautiful.
Hello, St. Louis and St. Charles County. This is John Londoff Jr. along with my good friend and partner, Jimmy Sappho. Jimmy, folks are wondering how Johnny Londoff Autoplex has become the fastest growing pre-owned dealer in the area so quickly. Are you kidding me?
Sir, for over 80 years, folks have trusted your family to give the best customer service, a great selection, and the lowest prices possible.
And don't forget our free lifetime powertrain warranty on most vehicles on the lot.
Visit us in St. Peters
and at londoffauto.com.
Keep your resolution to quit cigarettes this time. Go to I Quit Vapor, 852 Bryan Road, O'Fallon. I Quit Vapor carries the salt nicotine systems, their latest juice flavors, and all of their pod systems. Let their staff explain why the salt nicotine system is so effective in helping you to quit cigarettes for good. It has a much smoother delivery and allows you to adjust the amount of nicotine intake. I Quit Vapor is still your one-stop shop for everything vapor. Keep your quit cigarette resolution this time. Go to I Quit Vapor, 852 Bryan Road, O'Fallon. Puff bars and disposables now available.
Hey, it's Shanny from the Legendary Lunch, and I want to tell you about my friends at Mascot's Bar and Grill, 4881 Mexico Road in St. Peters, right by the Recplex. And if you are looking for a place to hang out with your friends, it's Mascot's Bar and Grill. If you want delicious food, it's Mascot's Bar and Grill. From their appetizers like the giant pretzel, this thing is bigger than your head, to the steak sandwiches, the value menu, to the legendary lunch special. That's right, Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 3. You go in and tell them that you're FOS, you're a friend of Shanny's, and you want the legendary lunch special. It's a $5 half-pound burger and fries. That's right, $5 half-pound burger and fries. Better than any fast food burger you will ever have. And on Sundays, all day long. That's right. The legendary lunch special goes all day long on Sundays. Stop by and say hi to Jen and Rob. You will have a great time. Musical bingo, food, fun, friends, and family. It's Mascot's Bar and Grill.
Now, back to the Edge Morning Show.
Turn it up. Hey, welcome back to the show, everybody. The Edge. Can't wait for this Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Love short work weeks. It is a happy Friday. Absolutely it is. Eric Johnson has just pulled himself out of bed. He crawled in. You look like something bad happened to you last night, man.
Oh, no.
Which means you look like crap. What's up, dude?
I appreciate that, actually. I'm fine with that.
You look like how I feel.
It's Friday,
I'm just
man.
messing with
It's
you,
just
dude.
these short weeks. They kind of are mind
What?
blanks.
They're awesome. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. Eric Johnson. Eric, I'm sorry. I was just teasing.
No, you're not, and I'm cool with it. I'll call spade a spade.
You just walked in slow. That was it.
Yeah. Well.
And I feel like crap. I do. I had a long day yesterday. Chris Knight, Tabitha Hassell, I'm Vic Faust from Fox 2. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining the Edge, the fastest 2 hours of morning radio. We appreciate you joining us. You can catch us on Facebook. Share the show as always, 100.7 The Viper. If you want to give us a call in a little bit, you can. Take the phone number down, 636-695-2915. Steve Ellman, St. Charles County Executive's getting ready to call us, but we want to make sure everybody knows. Stay with us. Chris is giving away 2 of his green.
Not just me.
Oh, okay.
The show.
The show.
Right.
The show. Well, I didn't know
Well,
we
if
had
it's the
this
show,
thing.
I didn't know I had a
Yeah,
vote.
exactly.
I'll take the tickets then.
Damn, man. You're going to be in Kansas City with PRL playing. You can't go.
Oh, by the way, I don't feel bad. I'm just run down. I feel great. I'm just tired. We get tired from the Facebook line. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. So we're coming up with a way to give away the 2 tickets. We're going to take Steve Ellman's going to be calling in first, so we'll deal with Steve Ellman first. Then we'll come back with an idea. We got to come up with a way to give away the tickets that's fair for everybody. So everybody who's listening is probably going to have to call in at some point, Chris, I would say.
Yeah.
And are you going to be able to take – are you going to be able to handle the calls that come in by yourself back there?
We can do it.
Because I'm telling you, the phone lines are going to light up with these green seat tickets.
We
they
can
are.
do it.
And if anybody's sat in green seats, you know how cool it is. If you haven't, it's an awesome experience. It really is. And in all my years, I actually, on my birthday, back in April, was the first time I ever sat in green seats for an entire game.
Now, see, I don't know, man. I get it.
It was worth it.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, absolutely. It was worth it. I love to be close to the action. And it wasn't even about because I don't drink as much as you can or eat as much as I can. But if you want to, you can do that.
Man, see,
but being that close to the home plate was
cool.
awesome.
They don't talk to you. You don't have Yachty on the.
No, but you can talk to them and they can hear you.
That's true. I am a big. I love the bleachers. I love. It's just a party out there on a July sunny day. You get sunburned.
I got an idea.
Can you trade the green seats in for the bleacher seats?
No.
What?
The
You've lost
bleachers?
your
Who wants to
mind.
sit
I've
out
lost
there?
my mind.
Yes, you have.
I just like the bleachers.
It's hot and
Okay,
uncomfortable.
I love it out
you go
there.
sit in the bleachers.
Right.
You're
Thank
a
you,
man of
Vic.
the bleachers.
Okay, I'm a man of the people.
I'm surprised you didn't say, "Hey, let's give the green seat tickets to Steve Ellman for the job he did."
Is it available to him?
in St. Charles County from the start of this situation? Steve Ellman, happy Friday. Welcome back to the Edge. I know you missed us, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You
Want to go to
sound
the baseball
excited.
game?
and the good news is we're talking not about COVID numbers, but about whether now that people are allowed to go back to Busch Stadium, whether anybody will show up the way they play it.
Yeah, they're gonna show up. Cardinals are about ready to go to full capacity in the next 3 series from now, I believe is what it is.
Well, 14th of June, I think.
Yeah, it's a 2 or the 3rd series that's coming up. Steve, we wanted to catch back up with you, man. From a national standpoint, Texas and Florida are getting a lot of praise. I know national media doesn't want to give them for how they handled COVID. When it comes to a local standpoint in the state of Missouri, St. Charles County has proven to have gotten it right. You got it right according to the scorecard. You asked people to wear a mask. You didn't enforce it. And lo and behold, look what happened. The economy's still going well. I know you got to get people to go back to work for your local businesses, but I know you were worried about life and death, but it has to make you feel good in your administration on how you handled this.
Well, I'm not only proud of how we handled it, but I'm proud of the way the people in the county responded. And there's 2 things I'm especially proud of. And number one is our unemployment rate averaged 4% over the year. That's compared to 7% across the river. That means a lot more people kept their jobs. The businesses stayed open. But I think even more important, and this is the big story, I think, in the next year, 80% of our kids were in school. Okay? And I think, last couple of weeks they were taking the MAP test in Missouri, the statewide test. I hope I'm wrong, but I think when the results from that come out in September, you're going to find that those kids that were trying to learn at home just didn't learn nearly as well as the ones who were in school. And I think our kids are going to hopefully do very well. And there's going to be some other places that people are going to wonder why was it really that necessary to keep those kids home when they could have been in school.
There's absolutely no question that I think you're right, because I don't see how the schools, they could do the in-home schooling thing versus, actually going to school. It's not the same. It is not the same at all.
Yeah, I mean, that's one, everybody has that experience in common. We were all in school once, okay?
Right.
And we all have an idea of how well we would have done in such a situation. I actually taught for 9 years in the public schools, and, my own opinion was that there's a lot of kids out there, they're smart enough, they could probably learn without the teachers. And if those kids stayed home, they probably learned just as well. But my wife's a former retired teacher, and she talked to some of her friends, and where she used to teach, it was just the opposite. The really smart kids were the ones who showed up, and the kids who needed the help most were the ones who stayed home.
Right.
And, of course, depending upon what kind of parental supervision they had at home, some may have really tried, and others may have just blown it off. So the big problem is the kids that are furthest behind, I think, are going to be even further behind.
Yeah, I agree.
We're going to be living with that for a while. I don't know. Are the colleges going to drop their standards for admission?
No.
In the future, because kids missed a year learning?
I don't think so.
And I got to give our school boards credit, and our superintendents and the staffs and the teachers and everything, because it wasn't easy for them to do this. But they stuck with it. There was a point in December where they had a lot of kids quarantined, and their numbers were way down, and the governor came out with a plan, which we adopted in St. Charles County, to allow kids who had to quarantine at night to still go to school during the day. And that helped them get through that. And we'll just have to wait and see. And I'm just, proud of the fact that we tried.
Well, when them numbers come out from the MAP testing, I would love to know what those are. So make sure you get with Vic and get back on the show.
We'll talk about that, Dan. And, there's a lot of people are epidemiologists and historians are going to be looking at this for a long time. And I think they will. They're starting to see that there's some things that work better than others, and some things that were done that weren't necessary.
Yeah.
As it turns out, we had about the same percentage of people infected, but we had 20% fewer hospitalizations and almost half as many deaths as some of the other jurisdictions in the region. And we're very fortunate in that regard. But again, we'll let the historians figure all this out.
Steve, we can, because that's what we do on the Edge. We'll let you know exactly right.
Let me ask you one question that I just want to touch on something that you just said. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that the hospital submissions were 20% lower in St. Charles County versus St. Louis County or St. Louis City, and as well as the deaths. Why do you think that? Where's the difference there?
Well, in the last 8 years, St. Charles County has been either number 1 or number 2 in healthiest counties in the state. And when that happens, members of the media sometimes call me and say, "Hey, boy, your health department must really be doing a great job." And I say they are. But the most important thing is the people in St. Charles County are doing a good job of making healthy lifestyle choices. We've got alcoholism, and we've got obesity, and we've got every other kind of disease, but we don't have them to the same level as some other people.
Mm-hmm.
We have other social problems, but we I think in some cases do a better job at dealing with those. So much of this was so much of the problems in the epidemic, I think, were from people who had these pre-existing conditions, and because we had fewer people with the pre-existing conditions, we had fewer deaths and fewer hospitalizations.
Yeah,
and we're very lucky. We also have probably have more people with health insurance. We have a lot of other advantages. We've got great hospital facilities out here. Again, our health department did do a tremendous job of identifying people who were infected and advising them as to what they needed to do about it. So again, it's been a team effort, and I'm very proud of the whole county.
Well, see, Steve, Eric thought it was because more Fireball is consumed in St. Charles County than anywhere else, and that's a natural. Steve, you ever done any Fireball? You ever done a shot? Did Steve Ellman ever sit down and do a shot of Fireball?
What's a Fireball?
Yeah. What's that?
Invite him over.
Is that cinnamon whiskey?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's the COVID killer.
A couple years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually bought a bottle.
That's right.
That's
it
awesome.
kills COVID, too.
You know what the best question for Steve is today, guys? I don't know what you guys think about this. What do you think about what do you think about all the Fauci information that's coming out with emails that leaked in? And as a leader of a county, I mean, that if I was a leader and I saw some of the things that I started to see, what he knew, I'd be frustrated.
Yep.
Well, he screwed the whole thing with the mask. Became intensely political.
Yep.
Mainly because of him.
Yep.
And his original statement was, "No, we don't need masks." Okay, people bought that. Then he changed his mind. Admitted that he was doing it because he wanted to make sure the hospitals had plenty of masks. But the other thing that I think really, and I told people this. I was on a civic progress call in the morning, and it was when we started having a year ago. We started having the protest after the Minneapolis situation with Floyd, and there was a SSM doctor that went on KMOX and basically said, "Hey, you need to wear a mask, but these protests are more important than wearing a mask." In other words, cut the protesters some slack if they don't have a mask on. And I told everybody then, I said, I'm not a doctor. I don't know if that's true or false. But I'll tell you what, by saying that, I think you pretty much eliminate any chance I'll have of getting most of the people in St. Charles County to wear a mask. Yeah. And there was just a whole, well, you all know the story. It just kind of became symbolic for some people. Again, we encourage people to do it, but, the idea that you could enforce that is, the good news is the same people, I was afraid they were going to try to enforce vaccinations. We all know you can't do that either. But 37% of people in St. Charles County voluntarily have been vaccinated. I hope that number goes up, but that's their decision.
Yeah.
Steve, were you vaccinated?
Yeah, on March 22nd.
March 22nd.
I finally got a call from start doing the 70-year-olds at my hospital, and I was fully vaccinated by the second week in April, I guess.
That's great. Well, I think that when history snaps back and takes a look at this, you should write a book. You really should see. You should say the user's guide to how to navigate COVID properly, and then you should have Cuomo write your pre-forward to it.
Oh, you mean when COVID-21 comes?
Exactly. But no, it's so amazing that the media has not spotlighted. To me, has not really gone out and spotlighted these states and this little gem right in the middle of the country called St. Charles, which really we got touched by COVID, but we weren't run over like a freight train by COVID. You let us kind of live our lives. You said maybe you should wear a mask. It's up to the businesses. I never felt super oppressed here, but I have been in other parts of the country where I was like, you got to be kidding me. This entire city is shut down.
Yeah,
for
there
the
was a
most part.
3-week period where Steve was worried. He was very, very, very concerned.
I was, and you guys can look at I'll send you the chart, man. There's a giant hump in it in November, and I felt pretty good before that, and since then, but boy, in November it was tough.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, November 22nd was the peak, and after November 22nd, things started getting better slowly in December, then more quickly in January and since. But yeah, it was. I mean, it was tough, and most of the rest of the media was not as understanding of my position as you guys have been.
No, they basically glorified this clown Fauci, and then they didn't take a look at DeSantis and you and Parson and think, man, these guys if they were driving the Titanic, they would not have hit the iceberg.
Steve, I can tell you this much. Eric said several times, Dr. Page, you need to get over and talk with Steve Ellman.
Yeah, a round table
you need
discussion.
To get over there.
We could bring him to streets of St. Charles and give him a tour. He'd be so happy. Let me switch gears just for a second since we got you. Crime is on the uptick, as you know, in St. Louis County, and we always talk on this show how it has a tendency to migrate this way. Are you guys aware of that? And have you guys stepped up efforts or continued to step up efforts in St. Charles?
Can I add something on the end of that?
Please.
St. Charles also just announced their new chief of police yesterday. Chief Jinks. I don't know if you know much about Chief Jinks. I wanted to add that into Eric's question.
I like Chief Jinks. I think he'll do a super job.
Okay.
And he has worked along with our chief of police, Chief Frizz, and the other chiefs in the region. I don't know if you guys covered this, but a couple months ago when we had that cold snap, and we had like 84 people arrested within a week out here trying to steal cars.
Yes.
And instead of everybody going on their own, the chiefs all got together. They created a task force. They got a prosecuting attorney to support them. They made these arrests. The prosecutor asked for high bond. He's going to prosecute these people. A bottom line is that within a week or two, I guess criminals aren't stupid. They figured out that St. Charles was
good
a place to come, and it stopped. It slowed down. But yes, if we're not vigilant on things like that, we'll end up with the same kind of situation.
It sounds like Steve thinks that more policing will work.
So we shouldn't defund the
closing jails in the city of St. Louis. We spent a lot of the federal money that we got last year actually upgrading our jail.
Nice.
And making it safer, making it more efficient for the taxpayers. So
make it less comfortable. Make sure you.
Any given day in our jail, half the people there are not from St. Charles County.
Oh my God! Wow. I did not even know that.
Well, don't be surprised too. And Tabitha's going to ask a question. This is just for information for our listeners. But word now is that while they're going to close the workhouse in St. Louis City, that's what Tashard Jones and St. Louis City officials want to do, that they're moving inmates over to the Criminal Justice Center without the locks being taken care of.
God, what?
I'm not kidding. Don't be surprised if you get a call soon, Steve Ellman, from somebody in the city or county saying, hey, can you house some people? Right. I'm not kidding.
Steve, just make sure you tell them it's full. We don't have any room. Sorry.
Tabitha,
I
know
can
you've
definitely
been
tell
patient.
them all the locks work.
Hey, Steve, I really
I mean, you can't. I mean, the crazy thing about that is, you know why? We got to make sure the locks work, okay? Not just to keep the people inside, but to keep them from hurting each other. Because you know what happens every time a prisoner hurts another prisoner? We get sued.
That's right.
Taxpayers are expected to somehow compensate that injured person because we didn't do a good job protecting him. So that's another whole discussion. I'm sorry, I interrupted the question.
Oh, no, Steve, it wasn't. Actually, I don't have a question. I just want to make a statement. and I know everyone agrees with me. I just want to thank you for such a great job that you've done, because I've known so many people in St. Louis County who have lost their businesses, either or they're barely hanging on by a thread. And here in St. Charles County, the people I know that own businesses here, they're thriving. They were doing amazing all through COVID, and that's because of your leadership. And it just kills me that in St. Louis County, they didn't follow your example, because a lot of these people would still have their businesses. And you've just done such an amazing job for St. Charles County. And I think so many people need to be thankful for you.
Well, I hope that those people who came out here will continue to come out here when times are better. Yeah, I'm very happy. And again, our unemployment rate is better than the rest of the region. The state is so much better.
You know
than
what, though,
Illinois.
Steve?
The Post-Dispatch used to have those numbers on the top of its masthead.
I remember those.
But what they didn't do is divide it by the number of people. Okay, so people looked, unless you knew
Oh my God.
that St. Charles County had 115,000 more people than the city of St. Louis, you would have looked at it and thought St. Louis was doing better.
Now, let me ask you this, because you make a great point. We have good unemployment here, but there are still establishments in this area that are suffering from the federal unemployment benefits that they're handing out. It is still easier to stay home for $300 a week than it is to go work in some of our establishments. Is that an issue for you guys? And have you been talking to Governor Parson? Or
No, that ends June 14th.
In St. Charles?
Parsons, Parsons has gone ahead and taken that step that several states have, and gone ahead and cut that money off.
Our unemployment rate's about to go to 3%.
Federal
then
COVID unemployment ends June 14th, Eric.
That's good
Those
news.
were the $300 payments.
Yeah, more. Yeah, the issue here is human nature. I mean, is anybody really shocked that a certain number of people are gonna, if they're getting paid more to not work than to work, they're not going to work? I mean,
I don't even blame them.
Human nature.
Yeah, I don't even blame people.
Hey, Steve, we got you on a roll. You want to call out anybody today? You just want to go off on somebody?
Sam Page. I mean, Dr. Page.
Lord Sam Page.
Yeah.
Hey, Dr. Page and I were both anxious to start working on some of the other problems in the region, and we want to work together on those things. And I'm just glad that we're now able to do that. And I think crime, as you're right, crime needs to be number one on the list. And I keep telling people, a lot of people have moved to St. Charles, and they moved from St. Louis area somewhere, and they still have those problems over there, but we don't need to worry about it anymore. Well, the problem is the city of St. Louis has given the whole region a black eye when it comes to crime. And people who are thinking about moving jobs to different parts of the world and the nation, they used to look at St. Louis, and they'd look at St. Louis and realize St. Charles was a good place to be. I think there's a lot of people who aren't even looking at St. Louis anymore, so they're never going to find out about it.
Oh, man, before we let you go, we had a question. I got text this. Ask Steve if he's seen a lot more people moving to St. Charles, if that's even possible with the infrastructure that's there.
Yeah, we've had more single-family housing starts this year than we had at any time since 2008.
Okay,
when we had the housing bust. So yeah, we are growing faster. The problem is our growth is at the expense of the rest of the region. It's people moving out here from the other side of the river. I'd love to see that growth continue, but we need to see people from elsewhere in the country move into the region as a whole. And if we don't, I mean, we're in great shape, St. Charles, and we're going to be for some time in the future. But it can't go on forever. Eventually, if the region doesn't grow, we're not going to be able to grow either.
True story.
Steve, we appreciate it. Thanks again for taking some time for us, my friend.
Anytime. Don't wait so long to call back.
Tomorrow?
Yeah. I know. Eric, you can come in and do the Saturday show.
I will. Meet Steve.
From Kansas City.
Yeah.
You got my number.
Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Ellman, St. Charles County Executive. We appreciate it. Steve's off to do some fireball today. He's going to call it. Hey, Steve, we're telling the taxpayers and the rest of St. Charles County and the rest of your administration, you get off early today.
Yeah.
For doing such a great job.
Yes.
Go play a little golf, go have some Fireball.
Mm-hmm.
No, that would be funny if people started leaving and they would be like, well, what are you talking about? Vic Faust said that you said it was okay to leave.
Oh, Vic.
That's right.
Go on.
Fox, too.
Next thing you know, Steve's calling you, hey, Vic, did you tell people that I said that they could leave work early today?
Hey, Steve, I'll come in and do your job for half the day just to see what it's like.
They gave him a one-some and a cart.
I am so thankful. I am so thankful. I had a bazillion different questions I thought of asking.
Stop it.
No.
Stop it.
You didn't listen. You're not listening to what I'm saying. You're not listening to what I'm saying.
You always say this.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. Well, no, I did, but I would rather thank him than ask a question. I know
you blew your question.
I didn't want to ask a question. I wanted to thank him because I am so thankful. I have so many friends in St. Louis City and St. Louis County who lost their businesses.
He now has.
I am so thankful for him.
He now has to wipe that lipstick off his ass because you were kissing his ass so hard.
Hey, he deserves it.
He does, but
if he was here, I'd do it in
Tabitha
person.
is not eligible for the baseball team. Leave it to Tabitha. It is a Friday.
He deserves it.
I just got a message. Steve's on his way to the studio.
Yeah. Get the Fireball ready, Brian.
Right.
Wow.
We've got some in the freezer.
Woo! Hey, we're still trying to figure out how we're going to give away 2 green seats to Sunday's Cardinals game, 1:15. We have some opinions, Chris. You should give it to a veteran or maybe a police officer. I mean, those are first things that always come up. We'll figure something out here, but we're going to give those away after 9:30 today. Keep you with us. We got a lot more to talk about. Steve Ellman, what a great conversation we just had. Man, oh, man, oh, man. Hey, don't go anywhere. We'll come back with your headlines. We'll get into Eric, promote where Platinum Rock Legends will be this weekend. Plus, talk more about the feud with Corey Bush and Jane Duker. Wow, oh, wow, wow, wow. Back with more Edge right after this.
The Edge Morning Show is coming right back.
Of all the challenges Chef Gordon Ramsay has faced on Hell's Kitchen,
What is happening?
he's never encountered anything like this.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
23.
Hashtag Young Guns.
Tonight on Fox, TV's most explosive cooking competition is back.
We're running a kitchen, not a kindergarten.
With a whole new generation of aspiring chefs.
I don't want to sound super cocky, but we're taking charge.
Get out!
Okay, Boomer. Hell's Kitchen Young Guns. Season premiere tonight at 8/7 Central on Fox.
You went online to switch your car insurance to Progressive so you could save money. But then you saw a friend request from an old summer camp buddy. And now here you are, clicking through photos of his kickball team from 2011. Looks like they won the championship that year. Then he moved to Tulsa. Oh, a new tattoo. Yes, they said it was easy to save hundreds on car insurance with Progressive, but they forgot about the rest of the internet. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. National average savings by new customer surveyed who saved in 2019.
Mom, Ethan's in the tree again.
Ethan, get down.
Can I climb on the swing set instead?
Sounds like it's time to get all your adventure-seeking kids to Holiday World and Splash and Safari. They'll soar on Thunderbird, race against each other on Cheetah Chase, the first launched water coaster, and get the thrills they love on all the wooden roller coasters. Get your family fun off the ground at holidayworld.com.
Free smoking! Free parking! Free sunscreen!
An important message from Quiver River Electric Cooperative. During this unprecedented time in our world, we want to emphasize our commitment to continue delivering reliable power while keeping our members and employees safe. Our linemen are taking precautions to stay socially distanced. Other employees are working from home. Although we've adjusted our operations, we want you to know that we are still here and we will continue to keep the lights on. For more, visit quiver.com or call us at 1-800-392-3709. Quiver River Electric, a Touchtone Energy Cooperative.
Fever is a leading symptom of the coronavirus, so take your temperature twice a day with the Exergen Temporal Scanner. It's quick and easy to use, and its accuracy is backed by more than 80 clinical studies. Have your family start and end their day with the only home thermometer used and recommended by hospitals, doctors, and nurses. Your family can take their temperatures in seconds to know where they stand in the fight against COVID-19. Protect your family from the spread of this deadly disease and stay safe with Exergen.
Now another hour of The Edge Morning Show on KFNS Troy St. Charles. The Edge Morning Show.
Whether you're a pro on the job site or managing properties, clean and safe is your #1 priority.
and Lowe's has the pro-grade cleaning supplies you need. We go beyond the basics, bringing you commercial cleaning from top brands like Clorox, Zep, and Rubbermaid, and in larger sizes so you can take on any cleaning job knowing you have the quantity you need. Shop Lowe'sForPros.com and have your items delivered or pick up in store. Lowe's, the new home for pros. U.S. only.
Viper weather with legendary chief meteorologist Dave Murray.
Hi, this is Viper meteorologist Dave Murray with my Friday forecast. Plenty of sunshine on this Friday. Looking for a pretty fast warm-up. In fact, it will feel like summer this afternoon. 86 for the high. Tonight, clear skies. Evening plans in the 80s, dropping into the upper 70s, and 65 for the low. Nice evening coming up. Saturday, sunny. 89, 90 for the high. If we hit 90, it's going to be close. But if we do, that will be the first time this season, this year. All is quiet Saturday evening, Saturday night, Sunday partly sunny, just a tiny chance of a spot thunderstorm in the afternoon. Let's not worry about it. 88, more rain and a couple of thunderstorms moving in here Monday and Tuesday. From the Viper Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray. Now back to the Edge on 100.7, The Viper.
Whipper River Electric, a Touchstone Energy cooperative. The Edge Morning Show.
Local headlines now with Fox 2's Vic Faust.
Hey everybody, we've got a couple of headlines for you here this morning when it comes to the morning news. Welcome to this Friday. It's 8:58 on this Friday, June 4th. Cardinals lost again. It's becoming a theme. Cubs are winning. Cardinals are losing. Lost 4-2 to the Reds last night. Couldn't get any offense going. That's sad. But they're in town for 3 series, so it's going to be fun to see what's going on with the Cardinals. And by the way, coming up in the 9:30 time frame, we're going to give away 2 green seat tickets. We'll come up in the next 10 minutes with a contest, a way for our listeners on radio and viewers on Facebook to go ahead and try to win that. Weather's going to be outstanding this weekend. We're going to talk with Dave Murray coming up. That's awesome to see. Police are urging the public to call for the PIN during mental health emergencies. The advisory board presents recommendations for how St. Louis should actually spend the millions of dollars in federal relief dollars. However, the first batch of the money that came in has already been accounted for, according to Mayor Tashara Jones. A child was pulled from a pond in St. Louis County last night. That was in South St. Louis County. Just have to be careful. You never know when kids get near water, things can happen. It's a sad situation, but it can happen. Hundreds in Wood River, Illinois have been sheltering in place after another night as rail cars were venting dangerous chemicals into the air over in the Metro East. Very interesting. Mike Pence came out last night and said, quote, "I'll never likely see eye to eye with Trump on what happened on January 6th. So Mike Pence coming out against that. But then we also get news that Donald Trump is supposed to now be a speaker at CPAC in Texas in July. I know. Big news for President Trump, whether you like him or not, or agree with him or not, but that is certainly going. There's a very interesting art exhibit that's coming called Beyond Van Gogh, the immersive experience. Tickets for that are going on sale today. It's been very popular around the country, but it's also coming to St. Louis, which is very interesting. And 4 children, 3 adults were injured in early morning North St. Louis car crash. We'll keep you posted on their health. That's a look at your morning headlines. I'm Vic Faust.
This is the Edge Morning Show.
And welcome back to the show, everybody. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, and Tabitha Hassell on Big Faust to Fox 2. Dave Murray's on the way. Eric, you've got another Platinum Rock Legends trip. 2 weeks ago, you were in L.A. This weekend, you are going where?
Kansas City.
Okay, the tour continues. So you were in L.A., then you were at the lake. Now you're in Kansas City.
Kansas City playing at the Power Light District tomorrow.
You like
tonight.
That. You like that. What, you
playing tonight at the Power Light District.
You just said, oh, yeah, play tonight.
I forgot. I kind of felt like, man, it's tomorrow. I better get on the road. We got a concert in a few hours.
Oh, my gosh, that's funny.
And then next week, we're in Cedar
Is somebody
Rapids,
just like...
I think
is somebody just like pulling you around? Here's where you go, Eric.
No, but PRL is going through growing pains right now. We are really, because we don't have a tour bus. It's not like the old days where you get on a 45-foot Prevost. You literally drive yourself from city to city, and it's starting to get to the point where everyone's like, man, we really spend a lot of gas on going to these places. So we're
You
going
mean they don't fly you there?
Well, sometimes they do, but we don't play in St. Louis all that much anymore.
Well,
we don't.
We got to come up. Okay, here's the thing. We're trying to give away 2 green seat tickets to the Cardinals game on Sunday. We got to come up with a way. Time's running out on us. It's already the 9 o'clock hour. We got about 30 minutes or so before we give them away, but we have to give people a chance to think about whatever it is. Do we do a trivia question? Do we take, because we can't take calls to vet everybody, but it has to be something where we ask people so they can not only call in.
Well, where are you going, Chris? You can't leave now. We have a contest coming up to give away your damn green seats.
Chris is we have to decide how we're giving away the tickets. Chris has the tickets. We come up how we're giving them away. And I wanted it to be
on the fly promotions. Let's see.
Yeah, no, it's on the fly promotions. That's exactly what it is. It's a nice Friday surprise. You like surprises. Surprises are good. So we'll go ahead and do that. All four the surprise. At this point in time, I'm thinking maybe we just, I don't know, maybe we give a question or something, but then and then the first people to...
Or you could just make it easy and be like the 10th caller. We just watch the phone and hang up on everybody till we get to 10.
That's so K-She.
I'm just teasing. I don't know.
Last call, the 10th caller gets Sammy Hagar tickets. That's not good.
Yeah, but it's got to be the first person, because here's the issue that we have. We may have multiple people get the right answer if that's how we do it. The problem is it has to be a contest. It can't just be a selection process, because there are so many people who are worthy of the tickets.
Yes.
The person that gives the best essay about myself gets the tickets.
Oh, my goodness.
You have to, and it has to be in essay form.
Yeah, it's not going to be that.
Also from the Facebook and to be
you can use visuals if you want.
And to be eligible, you have to share the show. That is a great idea.
Well, it can't be, though, because we have listeners who are just listening on the radio.
That's right. It's not just for Facebook. It's for our listeners.
Yeah, they can't share the show. We have to include everyone.
We have people who listen at 100.7 The Viper FM. We have people who listen at viperrocks.com, the web stream. We have people who are on YouTube. And, of course, we have people on Facebook.
And we have many dedicated listeners that actually listen to the radio.
Which is why I think it should be... It should be a question, a trivia question of some kind, and then the first person to get it right.
I like it.
I mean, and you have to call in, and we'll give the phone number. We just have to come up with the questions. So I'm writing some things down.
Okay.
I digress. Back to COVID.
Now back to COVID.
My best era. My best.
It works for everything, doesn't it?
My best era. No, I needed to get how about I get you started on this, and then I can start trying to come up with some questions. I found this interesting, and we needed to share this because now you have, Jane Duker, who we've had on the show before, who represents St. Louis City Police and St. Louis County Police. She's a Democrat. She is a hardcore Democrat, but she's not a socialist. And she has told us that on the show before. She also does fill-in radio for KMOX.
Yes.
She's an attorney. She's a mom.
And she's a Democrat.
She's a lobbyist.
Democrat, correct?
Yeah.
That's important.
Well, that's the first thing. She is a Democrat, a hardcore Democrat. Well, she called out Cori Bush yesterday on Twitter because Cori Bush came out talking about how police and funding police is a bad idea, saying that we give too much money to city police. Cori Bush says that too much money is going to St. Louis City Police. She says, quote, "For those who think spending more on policing works, just look at St. Louis. We spend more per capita on police than 85% of police departments, yet 68% of violent crimes go unsolved." So she's bringing facts to the table, her facts. 68% of violent crimes go unsolved.
And why is that?
And police, this is where it'd be interesting to get, and police kill us. She says police kill us at the highest rate in the nation.
Man, she knows how to victimize an entire population of people.
Police don't need more money. The money needs to go to our communities.
It's terrifying to me that somebody in her position actually believes what she's saying.
But here's why.
It.
Because people who follow Cori Bush and many residents in St. Louis who I've heard speak in media and who I've done interviews with have this sentiment. Following up, backing Cori Bush. Once you saw Micah from Twitter, once you solve the problems that lead to crime, that's how you lower crime rates. Less crime, less policing required. It definitely
But
starts
in the meantime...
it definitely starts with promoting the community. And you're right, Eric, it's the meantime. Well, Jane Duker came back, and she started calling out Cori Bush. She says, quote, "You're just making things up." The city of St. Louis had 500,000 500,000 911 calls for service in 2000.
That's more people than live in the city.
Exactly. That's almost double the population of the city, Eric. It is the most dangerous city in the U.S., if not the world. And there are 54 officers on the street at any given time. It is violent anarchy. So those two are now trading barbs on Twitter, going back and forth, because Corey then said that what I was talking about. It's
there's so many things in there. I can't even start. I mean, first of all, does Miss Duker become a Republican now? You can't vote.
Never. No, never.
But you can't vote. You can't go. I do not subscribe to anything going on in St. Louis. Yet, who's my new? Who's the next Democrat I get to vote for?
Here's the problem. It's
there's no way.
Well, Michael Kelly, another Democrat, and strong lives in. And you remember talking to Michael Kelly?
I do.
Hancock and Kelly on Fox 2, St. Louis Post-Dispatch. He has his radio shows, his business. He even said on this radio show, they're just going through a time where he doesn't want to see the Democratic Party do the things, defunding police, and go to a socialist
then you got
point of view.
to vote for Republicans.
But
you have
he will
no
never be a
choice.
Republican because he doesn't
that's
agree
just
with
a
other
word.
things.
Do you know what might solve these problems, Vic? Tabitha? This is where you really should start to put these conversations. Nobody from this point forward is allowed to disclose. There's no such thing as Democrat. There's no such thing as Republicans. These parties have got to go away. You should come into
I agree.
You should go into government not as any moniker. I should not be able to walk into government with a jersey on for my team and promote that team, because that team can be hijacked by people. And I feel sorry for Kelly and I feel sorry for Duker, because their team has been hijacked by murder hornets. I mean, seriously, you don't subscribe to what they do anymore, Tabitha. You don't want to be called a Republican, but for God's sakes, Republicans are like, safe communities and put some more police out there.
One more thing Jane said to Corey, and this is great information for everybody, no matter where you live in the state, for all the people who listen to us. Starting salary for a St. Louis police officer, $47,800. Jane says that's the lowest 25 percentile of police salaries in the United States.
Right.
In one of the most dangerous cities.
St. Louis is one of the most dangerous cities in the world, exclamation point. If the proper 2020 87.2 per 100,000 population was used, we would be the fourth most dangerous St. Louis city.
In the world?
I think in the country.
In the United States.
It's comical at this point, people. It is so funny that they cannot see the forest through the woods, dude.
We needed to get into that, Jane and Corey. That's why I wanted to get that.
It's fantastic. It's almost like this is the new COVID-19. We could shit. You know what, Vic? We won the war on COVID. We should name the show War on Crime in St. Louis. Hell, maybe we can fix it from this little podium we call the Edge every morning. Because I'm telling you what, Corey Bush. Can I say it? Can I be mean? I shouldn't say it. She's a moron. But you got to start calling these people for what they are. And then, Vic, if it's like Corey Bush saying, "I want to bring murder hornets into elementary schools," you have to start questioning, why would you want to do that? I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying, explain how that's going to help our kids.
Well, here's the last point of that too from Jane. She says that City Police Department has lost 44 officers in the first quarter of this year.
And that's going to be way higher.
So let's put that in perspective. 44 officers have been lost in the first quarter. Typically, the department loses 89 officers in an entire year. So right now, they are on pace to more than double the amount of officers lost. And that's the concern. It's like, wait a second. If these officers...
I think it's up to you. I think the war on crime is up to you, Vic, and your buddies, Mike Bush over there at 5, and whoever's on 4, and whoever's on KMOX. It's time for you guys to go, what the hell are you doing? Explain to me how 1 and 1 equals 24. It doesn't. It equals 2. You need to start holding these people's feet to the fire. You have to. You have to. It's up to you, man.
Eric,
because the story has to come out.
Tashard Jones
they haven't done anything. Yes, they have.
Tashard, whether we like it.
No. You look. If I invest $1 million of St. Louis tax money into, let's say, just the most ridiculous thing. You would have Channel 2 would be there for just to shed light on it.
Yeah, but
you
what
would
is
ask the questions,
ridiculous
why are you
thing?
doing
If
this?
it's in those questions are being asked. We did a story 2
You
nights
go to
ago.
Tashara Jones,
But you're assuming
Tashara.
something, your hypothetical is if something goes wrong for something.
No, you have to be able to say, Tashara, I'm going to be here every Tuesday asking you the same question. How is your policy, which is dumb, taking money away from police enforcement to give it to social workers? How are you going to justify that this is going to make St. Louis regions safer? And then she's going to give you some lame brain answer, and then you're going to just have to follow up on it more and more and more.
Who cares? I'm not irritated with you guys. I am so sick of the situation. There's nothing we can do about it. You can show up on her doorstep every day and ask her the same darn questions. Nothing is going to be done. There's nothing anybody can do.
Oh, sure there is.
The only thing you can do, you have two options. You can either move now, or you can get yourself lined out to vote in the next election and vote these people out. But in the meantime, there is absolutely nothing you can do. We can talk it into the ground, and none of it matters. There is nothing we can do.
Man, if I was a St. Louis cop
and it's so
right
frustrating
now,
to me.
If I was a St. Louis cop now, I would move. I would just get out. I swear. Because there's this other thing, defund the police, fine, defund the police. You're defunding their morale. And when morale goes down in one of those things, when the locker room goes down in the St. Louis police, you have real problems. You can't control them anymore.
I don't care.
People want to quit. Attrition is high.
Don't care. I don't care. I care about
your
points.
My God, it is just,
People
it is
in the
cause
city-
and effect.
But
They
Eric,
don't understand that.
People in the city are getting what they voted for. This is what they voted for. This is what people wanted. So they have two options. Like I said, they need to, if you don't like it in the city, then you know what? Leave. That's what you can do. You can leave. Let them lose their tax money. Leave. Or vote in the next election. The people in the city got what they deserve. People in the county got what they deserve.
No,
because
they got what they wanted.
They got what they wanted, yes.
You know what, Joe?
And the people who are inactive and
Not
didn't get out and
everybody,
vote.
but they got what
Joe
they
from
wanted.
Facebook
Yes.
said that I need a media credential, and I want one right now. See if
Yeah,
Fox can give me a media
here's
credential.
Here's the thing.
I'll go down there.
It's easy.
I did it before in Seattle.
No, here's the thing, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful. You think it's what the examples you give, Eric? It sounds great standing from where you're standing, but it's not realistic because number one, nobody would. The city and what you say, you're not giving a fair shot to the other side first.
What shot? I don't understand.
You're giving hypotheticals that don't exist.
No, I have stats to back up everything I say.
And
I
those things
agree
you
with
don't.
everything you're saying.
And the other issue is you can't just start bashing somebody without, and then you wouldn't get interviews. You wouldn't get any interviews.
Yes, I would.
No, you
There
wouldn't.
is public access to these
No,
officials.
there's
Yes,
not.
there
No, they're
always
not.
is.
Have you not seen what Chicago's doing in Mayor Lightfoot? You
That
wouldn't,
what?
You wouldn't get an interview.
Well, that's
Eric.
you're right about that, and that's wrong by itself.
And you're giving hypotheticals that are not happening. And they do talk, and we do talk. The way you want to do it is you're coming at it from one side because you don't agree.
It's unsafe.
I'm
it's
just giving
unsafe.
both sides of the story.
It's making the crossroads of America a very, very unsafe place.
Absolutely,
and,
it is.
And you're speaking for people on the outskirts of St. Louis where their jobs are going bye-bye.
You have to
Centene,
play.
bye. Don't forget to write.
You have to play by certain rules, and it's easy. And Eric, after a week, you would be like, "Okay, I get it. I see what you're saying." You have to do things in a certain way. You do when you cover and tell stories to be fair to all sides.
Man, I'll tell you what. When I was in Seattle, I was a beat reporter for the Mariners, and
And it's much different in sports.
Is it really?
Sports is so,
multi-million dollars
Yes.
going right at the owner
Eric,
of a.
I'm a former sports guy. It's much easier to be a broadcaster in sports because you're much easier.
This is an easy question for Tashara. Tashara, we love you. We're giving you all the slack you need. We want to know the how taking $4 million.
She already told us that. Pull up my damn interview.
Yes, but how does it work? How does the reasoning go? How do you
She
figure that you're
already told us whether we agree with it or not.
whether you agree with it or not? So let me ask you this. Here's the follow-up then, Vic. Fantastic. What is your timeline for if this doesn't work so that we don't get 800 people a year killed in the city of St. Louis? What's the timeline? So you want to give it 12 months? If it starts to work, hey, maybe we'll give it 18 more months. But if it goes the other way quickly, Then we're bringing in the cavalry, and we're going to save St. Louis.
I'm trying to come up with a question and have a conversation with you.
I understand.
I'm a great
I know
multitasker, but we got to come up with a question. That's what I'm trying to do. So,
I understand I'm a little abrasive today. It's Friday, and it sucks.
You're not abrasive at all. These are good. It's always easy to throw things against the wall.
It does seem like Camel X is a little fluffy on their questions. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, heck yes, they are.
Wouldn't you agree?
Man, what are you talking about? They are.
I mean, we need a Jim Acosta down there. We need Tashara to be Trump, and we need a Jim Acosta down there just berating her, going, how do you think that this is going to work?
We've said on the show so many times, Eric, people think that Tashara is doing an amazing job in the city. Okay? They do.
Okay.
They do.
I don't.
I know, and you don't live there, and you didn't vote. That's the thing.
And I wouldn't live there.
Exactly. And that was why they were so upset on the story we did at Fox 2 last night with Nick Schroer and other white GOP state representatives, white GOP who do not live in St. Louis City, calling for policing to be taken care of by Governor Parson in the state when they don't live in St. Louis City. Even if the GOP state representatives were correct in their reasoning, like Eric said, it's unfortunate, and I'm not saying it's right.
Yeah.
It's just the situation. They didn't even talk about the stats of murder and how homicides are. There's like, no, you don't come into our city and tell us how to do our job when you don't live here.
Yeah.
You get in line, you ask for meetings, you come with us first, and we'll take you to these neighborhoods and show you firsthand. We were told that last night. That's what I'm saying. There's always a process of how you have to do things, whether it's right or wrong.
You want to hear a commercial that I saw in Los Angeles? I was up watching TV, and there a commercial a local TV commercial comes on, and they were talking about office buildings downtown Los Angeles, and they had these beautiful shots, and it says, and we hire our own security guards. So private security guards were part of the 30-second commercial that's what's coming to St. Louis. You are going to go into a business, and the only way you're going to go into a business is if they have private security after hours. That is not cool. And that is kind of what I'm talking about, Vic, is how do you guarantee that these millennials who are moving down to these high-priced places down on Washington Avenue are going to be safe? Ask her that. Ask her an open-ended question like that and see what she says. Because I don't think St. Louis has the capacity right now to handle it. And I certainly don't want to go down to that brand-new soccer stadium at 7 o'clock at night. I don't know about you. But you know what? There's other things to do out here in St. Charles. I'll go to Dave & Buster's. And I'll invite you.
I didn't know there was a Dave & Buster's in St. Charles.
Well, it's just across the river. Maybe I won't go there.
Oh, St. Charles
Wait a minute.
County.
Where's Dave & Buster's in St. Charles?
I'll take you out there. I'll buy you an appletini.
You mean in
I'll buy you an appletini. Whatever. You know what I meant.
That's St. Louis County last time I checked, buddy.
I'll buy you an appletini. We'll go play games.
That tax money goes to your boy Sam Page.
Yeah.
Eric?
Which, you know what? I don't know what is worse, Sam Page or Tashara Jones. Which one's worse? She's new. Sam Page has been here, and he's done a horrible job, in my opinion, in St. Louis County. But as Vic says, people voted for Sam Page.
True.
A lot of people like Sam Page.
So maybe...
And a lot of people didn't vote at all. So, Eric, if you really want to make a change...
Right.
Do what Democrats do.
Run.
Organize, and go and take a bus or a van or whatever, pick people up, take them to the polls, help them vote, go to their house, go door knocking, talk to people about voting for the candidate you want.
Okay.
Because that's what the Democrats do. And guess what? They get their candidates elected because they spare no expense. They get out there and they're on the ground doing the work. And it's unfortunate that conservatives and Republicans, they don't really do that.
I think that the next part of this show, we have got to come in here every day with polling, because I would love to know how the people really feel about this stuff. Because what happened a year ago, it was a lot different than it is now.
And here's the problem. Then you get into effect. Who does the polling? Who's paying for the polling? Because in this day and age, most of the polling is bought and paid for, like national media, on one side or the other.
But wouldn't you love to know how people really feel about what's going
everything.
on?
Yes, everything you say would be wonderful.
Go out
and
on the
great.
streets. Yeah, go out on the streets with a microphone and start asking people. That's how you find out.
That's how you do it.
Yeah,
yes.
Then I would be
We'll set you up at
tired later in
Keener
the
Plaza. You can ask people as they walk out, like that Louder with Crowder guy. So we'll set you up in a little tent
Chris,
with an air
we
conditioner.
need to take a break so we can come up with something.
Yeah, we do.
Don't go anywhere. We're going to give away 2 Cardinal Green tickets to Sunday's game. I mean, we're talking about 2 tickets, a parking pass, Cardinals Club 4, third row, Sunday.
That's right behind home plate, by the way.
I mean, that's awesome. None of the four of us wanted the tickets, right? None of us did. We didn't beg for them. We wanted listeners to have them.
That's right.
So at this point in time, as we go to break, do we have Dave Murray too?
Yeah, we do.
We're going to talk with Dave Murray. We'll come up. I think the best thing at this point in time is to maybe just ask a question.
Okay.
And we'll come up with some ideas for questions here privately. And come
How
back
about closest to the pin? How tall is Tabitha Hassell?
Oh, my God. Stop it.
And if you guess
Hey, I
over
look
3 feet, you
tall.
went too far.
I look tall back here behind this microphone.
Well, it's comparatively speaking.
Yeah.
You need to step off the box over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here's a hint.
By
She
the way,
needs
they'll
a
use
step
those
ladder.
sometimes in newsrooms.
Yeah?
You'll stand on a box.
Oh, yeah, an apple box.
In Detroit, we did. We need to do it in St. Charles. Or Fox 2. There's my co-anchors I stand next to in our 2 shots.
Yeah.
I'm just way too tall.
The
Way
camera
too-
is angled so far down on
And I'm
Tabitha,
only
you can see her
6'2".
scalp.
Yeah.
Look, she's
I
got
guess it's a
dater.
good thing I don't
Hey,
do
now.
anchoring with Tabitha.
Oh my gosh. I'm not that short.
I know. Hey, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. More Ed. Share the show. 100.7 The Viper.
The Edge Morning Show. Back in a moment.
All right, is that a Q2 or a Q3 expense?
Dwayne's CPA went MIA. To keep his books and his sanity, he needs to find a replacement ASAP.
Hey, Johnny, have you ever heard of a fungible good?
Indeed can help him hire the people he needs.
I need Indeed.
Indeed, you do. When you sponsor a job, you immediately get your short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job criteria. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
People's Bank and Trust is helping you get a grip on your finances with our new mobile banking service. You can now manage your accounts, check balances, transfer funds, and pay bills all from the palm of your hand. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net for more information and to start using mobile banking. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Travers Automotive and RV is open at their newest location, I-70 and TR Hughes, with an awesome selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Travers Automotive and RV has Ford, Chevy, Ram, Lexus, BMW, Dodge, and Nissan, as well as new RVs from Mesa Ridge and Open Range, and a huge selection of used RVs. Travers Automotive and RV has the largest inventory of lifted truck and Jeep Wrangler in the market. Travers Automotive and RV in their newest location, I-70 at TR Hughes, online at traversautoandrv.com.
Ben's Moving and Storage in Winsville is essential to the housing market and is open. To keep our family and yours safe, storage and leasing payments are window serviced only. Packing boxes and supplies may be picked up at the window or delivery is available. Our movers use masks, gloves, and sanitizer wipes, and we ask the same of our clients. Our clients have to move and our employees have to work. United as a team, we got this. Stay safe, stay healthy. Ben'sMovingAndStorage.com or find us on Facebook.
All right, guys. Do you have a recent graduate? Have you considered that a traditional four-year degree isn't right for everyone? Attending a trade school doesn't mean your child isn't intelligent, and it does not mean that they aren't driven. Right now, the trades is a really hot market. Your son or daughter can earn their degree within 9 months to 2 years. They can come out of the gate in a lifetime career making up to $60,000 a year, and that's a starting salary. Log in to rankin.edu, register for their virtual open house, which takes place tomorrow. Use the code Open House and receive a $100 tuition credit, and that's rankin.edu.
Chances are right now you have a chip or small crack in your windshield, and no matter how much you try to ignore it, it's only going to get worse. Spectrum Glass is the area's leader for both home and auto glass repair and replacement, and Spectrum Glass will come to you, meaning minimal disruption to your busy schedule. They're insurance approved and handle all the paperwork. Look, it's not going to go away, so call Spectrum Glass today at 636-294-1800. Spectrum Glass, 636-294-1800.
Life can change quickly when this happens. When things go sideways, you'll need someone to help handle it. My name is Derek Barker, and I own the Barker Agency. At my office, we spend our days getting folks protection built specifically for them, making your care our top priority. From cars to motorcycles, ATVs to boats, if you can ride it, we can cover it. Even the home you own or the place you rent. You need to make sure you're covered so when this happens, you're not left out in the rain. Without the right protection, it only takes a few seconds for your life to change drastically. And it only takes a few minutes to pick up the phone and speak with a member of my team to make sure you're protected correctly when it does. Call the Barker Agency at 866-D-BARKER or stop by the office at 935 Waterbury Falls Drive in O'Fallon. Make sure to let us know you heard me on the Viper.
Here comes more of the Edge Morning Show.
And welcome back to The Edge. I feel like this is Dave Murray's theme music. Is it me, or does this song play before we get Dave on? This is so Dave Murray, too. I love it. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, Tabitha Hassell, Vic Faust, Fox 2. Okay, after we talk with Dave, we're going to give away the tickets for the Cardinals. And I think what we've decided on, we're going to let you call in and try to make us laugh with a quick joke.
And what, the best joke wins?
Yeah.
Dave has been around 40 years of promotions giving away stuff. Let him come up with the idea. 40 years of just...
Dave, I've never been more stressed on this show in my life for an hour and a half trying to come up with some kind of freaking idea to give away tickets.
First of all, I love the music. Let's do that every week.
That is you, Dave.
We need to make a video of you, Dave, playing with dancing to that music down Laguna Beach.
That's his batter's box music. That's when he would come out if he was playing for the Cardinals, right there.
I bet he could do a cute little dance to that.
No, you need something like hard, like tornado-like.
Tornado-like.
No. I like that. I think that works from, Margaritaville is what he would want, but that's not what we're going to give him.
Dave, can I give the forecast for the weekend? Hello? Is Dave with us?
Yeah, he's with us.
Oh.
Hey,
Dave,
I can hear you.
Go ahead.
Dave,
Go ahead.
It looks like it's 80s and sunny all weekend. Is that right?
Yep. Yeah, we might hit 90 on Saturday.
Wow.
We might.
Wow.
That's going to be a close call.
That is a comfortable 90, by the way. Comfortable, right?
Well, the humidity's coming up a little bit, but it's not going to be like that July humidity we're so used to.
Is summer officially? We've officially started summer now, not unofficially, but haven't we started summer officially?
No, that happens on Father's Day this year, on the 20th.
Oh,
okay.
That's
All
cool.
right, there we go.
Yeah, lots going on the 20th, the final round of the U.S. Open, and it's Father's Day.
That's a good
What
day.
a perfect day for Father's Day.
That's a good day.
And summer begins.
I feel so sorry for the guys that wanted to open their pools early this year, like at the end of April, and they have not had one chance to get in their pools. What
have we had? Like 3 really warm days? That's about it.
Yeah, but the water's still ice cold.
Right.
It just hasn't warmed up at all. So,
well, unless you're like Vic, who just turns the heater on and has his pool at like 90 degrees.
No, he doesn't. I'll tell you a story. He brought his kid. Over to my house.
This is my kid, not me.
Well, it doesn't fall far from the tree.
Well,
he's
much crazier than me.
He what was it? April? It had to have been like April of last year. I had my pool open for whatever reason, and the pool water must have been 50 degrees. It must have been. And his kid is so nuts, and it's awesome, by the way. He jumps in my pool and starts swimming around at like 9 o'clock at night. I was like, damn, I like this guy. It was amazing.
Yeah, that was a 12-year-old kid then who's now 13.
Yeah, and he was still smiling afterwards. So
he wouldn't do it now. When he was 12, he would do it. No, I'm not doing that.
Dave, is it safe? Everybody can get all their planting done now, right?
Yes, absolutely, yeah. In fact, tomatoes should be in, peppers should be in, squash, all that kind of stuff, eggplant, green beans, whatever summer crops you like to grow, and make sure you grow what you like to eat. Just don't grow stuff for the sake of growing it.
I just did that. I just planted all of my little herbs and fruits and vegetables that I'm growing in my little containers.
I'll tell you, my house.
I planted 26 tomato plants.
Wow.
Whoa.
I did. I'll send you. I'll
Hey,
show you.
when do you have time to do that?
I planted
Dave,
one.
This is a serious question. This is serious. Every year, my roses come up in the rose bush, but 4 days later,
I hope it's a rose bush if roses are coming up.
Yeah, well, it's not dandelions, but Every year the Japanese beetles just annihilate it like 4 days later. Is there anything I can do? Anything?
There are pesticides. Do you have like a ton of them?
Well, every leaf on the plant is eaten through. Every single one.
Yeah, if you can find them, just pick them off. And they do make a bag, a natural pesticide that will attract them to the bag. It's a hormone kind of thing. Hormone, and the bugs go in there thinking that they're going in to find Miss Ladybug, and they drop in and they can't get out.
Do that, Eric.
They check in, but they can't get out.
Yeah, I like that.
Because it probably doesn't.
That's a good way of doing it instead of just spraying your plants. But
because you kill bees.
Were not a problem in the St. Louis area 15 years ago.
Right.
They've been marching their way from east to west across the country, and they've taken hold here.
Why are pear trees public enemy number one? They're getting rid of all of the pear trees. What does that mean?
Why are they getting rid of pear trees?
I don't know. They came to my neighborhood twice now, saying if there's a pear tree here, we're getting rid of it.
Is it a Bradford pear or is it an actual pear tree?
I think it's whatever is the one that's a scavenger. I don't know what the problem with them are.
Like an invasive species of pear tree?
Yeah, I guess so.
There were a ton of Bradford pears planted across St. Louis a long time ago. I don't think they necessarily belong in our climate, in our growing zone. And they're the tree. If you're looking for storm damage after a thunderstorm, you go looking for Bradford pears because they split right down the middle all the time. They don't hold together very well. But I didn't realize they were coming into neighborhoods and taking them out.
Yes, it was the second county worker to come in and say, "Yeah, this has got to go." I guess it made a difference if it was a male one or a female one.
I think it's a conspiracy.
I don't get it, and I don't care. But you can take the tree. Bye. Don't forget the rate.
How do you tell if Bradford pear is a male or a female?
I don't know.
Maybe that should be the trivia question.
I will find out. It will be a trivia question. That's the trivia question right there.
That's the question.
Vic, I lined you up.
Stop it. Stop it.
How do you know if a tree is a male or a female?
Come on.
There's a lot of things that just came into my mind.
Right.
That is not good.
Turning it over.
Trees
turning it over
on his back.
I think Dave wins.
I won't even talk about. I
Dave,
can't say
come on.
to.
It's the edge, for God's sakes. This is not Camo X.
Be
Come on,
edgy,
go ahead.
All right. You'll know by its wood.
Oh, my God.
Right there.
Yeah.
I get the
win the
good
tickets. You win the
tickets.
tickets just because that made everybody laugh.
Good job, Vic. You're a creative writer.
Oh, my God. I deserve that after the last hour and a half.
You sure do. You sure do.
You need to say that on the air tonight.
Oh my God.
Vic!
Well, Angela works on Fridays, and I don't know. I think Glenn Zimmerman could probably go with it, but Angela would look at me like,
what the hell's wrong with you?
Where's my agent's number?
Angela may need it explained to her.
It's so awesome.
Oh, that is. So, what's the forecast then for the weekend, my friend, before we let you go?
It's a pretty easy one. High pressure in control. We're a little bit warmer today compared to yesterday. I think we top out at 86. Lots of sunshine tomorrow. Temperatures 89, 90 degrees. Sunday, let's keep an eye out for an isolated thunderstorm in the afternoon. But overall, a fair amount of sunshine, partly to mostly sunny, and 88 degrees for the high temperature on Sunday all evening. This evening and Saturday evening, perfect, just perfect to be outside.
Dave, we love you, man. Make sure you take care of your woods this weekend.
Always do.
He's talking about your golf bag, by the way.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah. We'll talk to you next week, Dave. Have a great weekend.
All right.
He's got balls in his bag.
What? Yeah. Come on, man.
Dave is such a good sport for putting up with us.
He's a good sport.
We love Dave.
Okay.
I love Dave.
It's a Friday.
And the guy, you could ask him about any subject, and he knows.
He's very experienced.
Eric is asking him questions like he's a horticulturist, and
No,
he
I'm
knew
not.
all the answers.
But meteorologists
he knew
know
all
this.
the answers.
Every meteorologist that I know knows about plants and trees.
Well,
Maybe
yeah.
not to the extent that Dave does, but they do know. It's part of their job.
He's never not been able to answer any question we've asked
That's
him.
why everybody says, "Oh, it's so easy to be a weather guy. They can be right or weather woman, right?" No, it's
He is
really
a wealth
not.
of
You're
knowledge.
a scientist, and predicting weather in St. Louis sucks. It's
Outside
one
of
of the
the
worst parts in America.
sex of trees, he did not
He's
that answer.
also a bird watcher. If you ever get a chance.
I did not know that.
Yes.
He's also a dog lover, too.
Aw.
He likes golf. And he's quite the smelt, handsome young man.
Oh, here you are, Eric.
Yeah.
A friend of mine with some information for you. Builders love Bradford pear trees because they are cheap and they grow quick, but the roots aren't strong enough.
Yeah. I don't know why they hate
And they
them.
grow good fruit.
Do they? I don't think they do.
Well, they sell Bradford pears at the store, don't
I'm
they?
way out of my comfort zone right now. I don't even know what
I mean,
I'm
to me, all
talking
the
about.
pears are the same, but I think that I don't know.
That's where partridges
I don't know.
live.
So are we opening it up to make us laugh this morning? Impressions, jokes, whatever, who makes us laugh? To make it good radio
I'll start.
for everybody.
I'll start. We knew the cat was classically trained because it was always hiding. That's the joke.
Yeah, you don't win.
By the way, our phone number, this is
Frederick-
important so that it's fair for everybody.
Frederick Joseph Haydn, the composer.
I appreciate your humor. I do.
If you can beat that, you go to the...
If I was on a gummy, I might laugh.
Oh, my God.
You would be laughing your ass off because it's hysterical.
636-695-2915. 636-695-2915. 636-695-2915. These are for the 2 Cardinal tickets. Make us laugh, get your joke, whatever. You don't get a lot of time on air. But the phone number, 636-695-2915. Take your best shot. 2 Cardinal tickets, the green seats.
Man.
On Sunday, the weather is going to be absolutely amazing. 3rd row, right behind home plate, and Chris is included, a parking pass. It doesn't get any better than this.
How about that?
Chris will do his best to answer the phones when you call in to
take
get
them.
these tickets. And
Let's
Chris,
do it.
are we ready? We got calls already?
Let's go.
And an armed guard detail.
What's your name?
Good
Make us
morning.
laugh. Let's go.
Melissa. This is Melissa Blair.
Yeah.
Go, Melissa.
All right. What do you call? Or no, I'm sorry. Wait. Let me start over. Did you hear about the restaurant in St. Louis starting up named Karma?
No. No,
You
I
don't
didn't.
order. You just get what you deserve.
Ooh.
Oh, that's creative.
That's totally a Tabitha joke. That is a Tabitha
Thanks,
Hassell
Melissa.
Thank you.
Who's up next?
All right, Melissa,
We'll
I'm
let
writing,
you
I'm
know.
writing it down, Melissa.
So we'll know, how are we going to make sure that we
Eric's
if they
writing them
win?
down.
I'm writing them down too, but how do we contact them?
Well, they
Well,
can
we're
call
just
us back
going on
if
the
they
fly.
win.
We'll contact them.
We'll have you call us back
That's
if you
right.
win.
Yeah, we
Okay.
will
That's right.
announce that you won or not. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Who's up?
Well,
Yes, sir.
there's a spider up inside her because there's nothing really whiter.
Oh, my God.
That's a Chris joke.
Next.
That is a Chris joke.
Next. Next.
Good morning. You're on the
What's
edge.
your- say your name.
What's your name?
Need your name.
Bobby,
What do you got, Bobby?
why don't blondes make Kool-Aid?
Why?
Oh, boy.
They can't get all that water and sugar in that little bitty package.
Oh,
All right,
That's
that's blonde joke.
Okay, Bob.
I'm not
I
sure
like
if I
blonde
understood
jokes.
that one.
Stop it!
Oh, my
Tabitha,
God.
come on.
So far, he's winning.
Yeah, so far he is
because
winning.
Tabitha didn't get it.
Let's
Right.
go.
Good morning. You're on the edge.
Good morning. You know what's worse when you pass out at a party, you wake up with a penis drawn on your face,
What's that?
finding out that it was traced.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. What's your name?
That's funny. That's funny.
That
Kevin
is fun.
Bradshaw.
I'm sorry. That was
Who?
pretty funny.
Kevin Bradshaw.
Okay.
Tabitha's giving you the buzzer. Hang on, Kevin. Hang on. Don't go anywhere. Good morning.
Hey, it's Glenn, your number one listener.
All right.
Why did the chicken go to the seance?
Tell
The
us.
seance.
To get to the other side.
Oh.
That is very intellectual, and I
That's
like that
intellectual.
one.
Right.
That's kind of like we knew the cat was classically trained.
I like the blonde joke so far and how it was delivered.
I still think my joke's the
Do
best
ya?
so far. Go ahead.
Good morning. You're on the edge.
All right. What's the cat's favorite color?
What is the cat's favorite color? What is it?
Purple.
Oh, I like that delivery.
I can't
No,
like this.
what's your name?
What's your name,
Sam.
Who?
Shanley.
All right, thank you. Hey, when our listeners call in, tell us your name and then do the joke. That was
That's
pretty
so
good.
I kind of like this one.
Purple.
So her name's Chanley?
Her name's Shanley.
Shanley.
And she is 4 years old.
Would Shanley?
That was her favorite joke.
That's pretty good.
Would Shanley go to the Cardinals game?
Yes, she would.
She would?
Who would take her?
Yeah.
Maybe she can go by herself.
Yeah.
The security in St. Louis is amazing.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Has she been vaccinated? We'll keep them coming. Thank you. We'll let you know.
And we'll give her a free
And
beer.
you have to
She'll
keep
get a free
listening,
beer.
So we'll let you know.
Cute.
We're
That's
taking
right.
lots of jokes. Chris, let me know when we have more people
Purple.
come. The phone number to give us a call, 636-695-2915. Once again, 636-695-2915. We're trying to give away 2 tickets to the green seats, the Cardinals game, right behind home plate. We're talking third row, including a parking pass.
I like it.
So we've had about 6, 7 callers trying to make us laugh. I don't care, do an impression, do a joke. Just say your name and do it, and then we'll take the calls.
You
Chris?
provide your own conceal and carry.
That's
Okay.
right.
All right.
All right, you ready?
We'll continue on. Here we go. You're up.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is Sherry Wilhelm. How are you, Durandra?
Hi.
Hi.
What's your
So my question, my joke is, what vegetable can work as a radio announcer?
This is dangerous.
Tabitha, she's a vegetable of
What
some sort.
vegetable can work as a radio announcer?
Vic, you got this.
I don't.
I know
haven't
it's not
clueless.
asparagus,
Come on.
Eric's favorite vegetable.
No, it's not asparagus. I give up. Go ahead.
You ready
Yeah.
for it? Are you ready for it?
I'm ready.
A commentator.
Oh,
That's
I got
pretty
that
good.
one.
All right.
That doesn't
A
suck.
commentator.
Thank you.
A common.
Commentator.
We'll let
Look.
you know. Remember to tell us your name so we write it down. And then we
Sherry.
get
Sherry, and that's Tater.
Okay. Next up.
That's not bad.
Next up, I don't.
I like ones that kind of linger a little bit before they really catch, like the cat was classically trained.
636-695-2915. 636-695-2915.
Commentator.
Right.
Commentator.
That was a good one.
Chris, do we have somebody
Yeah.
up now?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
There we go. Good morning. You're on the edge.
Purple.
Hello, you're up.
Hey. Oh, this is Jason.
What's up, Jason?
Go ahead.
Hey, do you think glass coffins will be a success?
Do we think glass coffins will be a success? I have no idea.
Remains to be seen.
Oh, my
Everybody-
God.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Remains to
That
be.
was Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are Bazooka
Glass
Joe
coffin
jokes,
on
by the way.
Jason.
These are the kind of jokes.
You're right. You are.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Good morning. You're on the edge. What's your joke?
This is Tracy, and my joke is, why don't chickens wear underwear?
Why?
Because they're peckers on their face.
Oh, my God.
I like it. I like it.
Tabitha.
Is it a
do you-
winner?
no, it's not just the joke. It's the delivery, too.
Yes. Give it to us again. One more time.
It's the only joke I know.
Okay. Give it to us again. One more time.
Why don't chickens wear underwear?
Tabitha, why don't chickens wear underwear?
Because
And it's because they're peckers on their face.
Yeah.
that is funny.
You know what? You know what?
That might be.
That you might have won because
But,
when
but
Tabitha,
don't we want other people to get a shot, too, if we have people on the line?
but Tabitha looked like Grumpy Cat whenever she heard
No,
the.
I'm not Grumpy Cat
Tabitha
at
always
all.
looks like Grumpy Cat.
Look at Tabitha.
She does always look
Look
like-
at her. Look at her.
Oh, my God.
Hey, what's your name?
I would just be embarrassed to say it. Because
Tracy.
I'm not
Her
good at
name's
jokes.
Tracy.
It's Tracy.
Tracy,
She's,
okay.
She's the pecker girl.
Hey, Tracy,
Okay.
where are you from?
Old Monroe, Missouri.
Old
Okay,
Monroe.
Tracy, I think it's fair to say you might be winning right now.
Yay!
Yes. Who are you going to take to the Cardinals game?
If she goes.
Either my daughter or my husband, one or the other.
Hey,
Fantastic.
Tabitha, why don't chickens have underwear?
Wear underwear.
Tell us, Tab.
Because they're peckers on their face. And just so you know, that was very difficult for me to say.
Wait a minute, You can say blank sucker, but you can't say pecker.
I didn't realize the other one was a bad word.
You can literally say blank sucker on the radio. But pecker is just out of like. No,
Is my face
No,
red?
she said rooster sucker.
Rooster sucker.
Yeah.
Is my face? My face feels like
Let's
it's
go
like beet red.
That is hilarious. I actually think that's a really good joke.
I don't know.
I do too. She's the winner.
What's
the
up?
Facebook line loves the joke.
What's
They
up,
really
pecker
do.
face?
Yeah.
Hey, we appreciate everybody calling us in. We love the purple with the 4-year-old girl. That was awesome. Sweet little girl.
Purple.
Yes.
Chris, are you
I like
calling
that
in a
one, too.
contest?
Wait a
That's
minute.
it.
Is it
That's
done?
the winner.
Congratulations. That's
Good
the
job.
winning
That's the
joke on
winner.
this Friday morning.
Now she needs to wear that joke on the T-shirt that she wears to the game. That's the second part.
My chicken doesn't wear underwear because it.
Yeah, we
because
had-
why?
I'm not saying it again.
We had a
it
vote,
was one and
but-
done.
Yeah, we had votes for Shanley on the line, though,
No
too.
doubt. No doubt. No doubt.
Maybe Chris needs to come up with tickets again next time for Shanley.
I agree.
All of the jokes were really good, and I am not a joke teller, and I appreciate all the people that tell good jokes.
That
They
is
were
my
all
favorite.
good. They were all good.
I'm going to go try to use that in the Fox 2 newsroom today and see if I still have a job at the end of the day.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Well, it might take until Monday to get to HR before they get rid of me, but
Tracy, you still on there with us?
Yep, I'm still on here.
Okay, just hang on the line, all right? We'll get your information.
hey, Tracy, where'd you hear the joke?
Tabitha Hassell.
That was actually a parent told me that back in the day when you needed a Halloween joke.
Oh, trick or treat.
All that
Gotcha.
candy when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That's right. Leave it to Old Monroe, baby. To come
Fantastic.
Hey, thanks. Do you listen to the show regularly?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Every day.
What is she going to do? Say no?
Well, I'm just curious because sometimes people may be calling in or they heard, hey, you can
Yeah.
win free tickets.
I was scanning the dial looking for classical music, and
Right.
boom, there you are, looking for jokes.
Right.
No, this is a destination here. That's for sure. The Edge in the morning. Friday. It gets
Yes.
a little nutty at Fridays.
All right, we got
Well,
to take a break, guys.
We'll take a quick break. We'll come right back with more Edge right after this. Happy Friday. Don't go anywhere.
The Edge Morning Show. Contractors Flooring Supply is your open to the public U.S. Corette, Casabella, Neptune, Nova, Metroflor, and Mohawk waterproof flooring specialist. 12 mil wear layers with premium pad attached at $247 per square foot. 20 mil at $297 a square foot. Nylon residential super dense carpet is just $287 per square foot installed over 8-pound lifetime Mohawk cushion. Dreamweaver Frisee carpet at 99 cents a square foot. Contractors Flooring next to New World King in Warrington.
Weber Chevrolet has been in business since 1902. No other car dealer in St. Louis of any brand can say that. Nobody sells more Chevrolet, period. Weber Chevrolet is one dealer with 3 roofs. In Missouri at Olive and 270, and in Illinois Metro East, Columbia, and Granite City. All easy to get to, just follow the 270 loop. Also, all online accessible at WeberChevrolet.com. Right now, Weber Chevrolet is open but very thorough in their cleaning, disinfecting, and social distancing rules. And don't forget, Weber Chevrolet service departments are award-winning and second to none. In fact, other dealers send their problems to Weber Chevy to fix. Now during this crisis, Weber Chevrolet has teamed up with Detroit to come up with awesome deals to help people save money and manage their budget. Discounts, incentives, and the ability to not make your payment for up to 4 months. Weber Chevrolet since 1902, WeberChevrolet.com.
Remember the beautiful pop and hiss listening to a brand new vinyl album? The warmth in the air, the magic of the sound. Vinyl can't be replaced, and vinyl is back. TheFinestVibes.com sells thousands of premium and collector's vinyl with hundreds of albums under $20, delivered straight to your door. Leonard Skinner, Bob Dylan, The Beatles, Prince, AC/DC, Queen, Frank Sinatra. TheFinestVibes.com has them all. Shop now. TheFinestVibes.com. If you want the best, don't settle for the rest. Come to F&S. F&S Collision Repair provides the best customer service, quality of work, paint color match, and paintless dent repair. They do it all. No job too big or too small. Just what your car or truck ordered. F&S Collision. Call today to schedule your appointment and get that car repaired. F&S Collision Repair.
Tired of lying awake, tossing and turning, just hoping for a few hours of sleep?
Get the sleep you crave with the one-of-a-kind Tempur-Pedic. Only Tempur-Pedic uses proprietary Tempur material that continuously adapts and responds to your body to relieve pressure, so you get deep, uninterrupted sleep all night, every night. The Tempur-Pedic Summer of Sleep is going on now. Take advantage of our best offer of the year and experience your best sleep of the summer. All Tempur-Pedic mattresses are on sale with select savings up to $500. Learn more at TempurPedic.com.
Get a grip on your finances with People's Bank and Trust's new mobile banking service. You can now manage your accounts, check balances, transfer funds, and pay bills with ease and all from the palm of your hand. Activate your phone today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Now, back to the Edge Morning Show.
Hey, welcome back to The Edge. We have about 6 minutes left. We took our break a little earlier to have some fun more with you guys. Congratulations to Tracy, and we appreciate everybody calling in for the jokes. And Shanley, you really are as cute as can be, a 4-year-old. I know people.
I'll never forget.
That was so cute.
And it was awesome. And
we're going to come up with another contest just for Shanley. How about that?
Hey, Tabitha.
She's
I'm not
probably
saying
taller
it
than
again.
you are. It's Friday.
Tabitha, did you know that the
That
best...
was a joke. I thought it was funny.
Tabitha, did you know that the best archaeologists are women? And do you
Here
know
we go.
why?
Here we go.
Why
Bring it
is
home.
that?
Bring it home.
Because they have an exceptional ability to dig up the past.
Woohoo.
Oh, so, that one hits here.
And that can go the opposite way of that, too.
No, it can't. Guys do not dig up the past. That's not what we
Chris
do.
is laughing. He likes it.
Chris had fun today. I've never seen him laugh this much in, years, probably.
Chris, why
Come
don't
on
they
now.
have casinos in Africa?
They don't have any money.
Because there's too many cheetahs.
Oh,
Yes. Why don't Swedes have? Never mind. I can't do this one. I can't do it.
Short
Can't
sticks?
do it. No, short sticks. Come on, man.
Now, what was the deal with the Kool-Aid? Does anyone fill me in on that one?
Oh, I cannot believe you did not get this joke. Why couldn't the blonde make Kool-Aid? Because she couldn't get all the water and sugar into the packet.
Yeah, okay. I don't know.
You still don't
Look,
get it.
She don't like that one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. We're gonna take one more.
It's a blonde. It's
Just
a
because-
blonde
I get
joke.
it,
Do
I
you
get
understand
it.
what blonde jokes are?
I just want some Kool-Aid now.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna
Jungle
take,
Juice.
We'll take one more off the phone here.
Who
Good
is it?
morning. Who is this?
Good morning. This is Chris.
Hey, Chris. What's up, man?
Hey, I got a joke. It's not racist, even though it involves a black person.
Okay.
What do you call a black chick with braces?
What do you call what?
A black chick with
A black
braces.
chick with braces.
What do you call her?
A Black and Decker pecker wrecker.
Oh my God.
I did not like that. Sorry.
You did not like that.
No.
Okay.
I
Well,
didn't.
to each his
funny.
own.
No.
Why don't
That's
Pollock? Why don't Pollocks have ice
And
cubes?
why did no?
I
it
know
just-
it's. Why don't
no.
Pollocks have ice cubes? It's a true story.
Why don't Polacks
I
have
love
ice cubes?
because they forgot the ingredients. See, you can have fun with all kinds of things, man. It's so fun. We're
There's
equal.
so many
we're
about
equal
that.
opportunity around here.
That's right. That's right. Well, Tracy's going to have a good time this weekend, Sunday, at the Cardinals game. 3 rows behind home plate, so congratulations to her and whoever she takes. She better call us next week and let us know how them seats
Yeah,
went.
she'll call.
Yes.
She'll call Monday, and hopefully the Cardinals win when they do that. Eric,
It'll be
you're,
fun.
You're headed to Kansas City Platinum Rock Legends. You think you play tonight, right?
Well, I know I play tonight.
Chris, what's up? Plans for the weekend? We
I
got
think
going
I'm
on.
just, nothing. I think I'm just going to hang out here and enjoy some sunshine.
Yeah, enjoy the weather over the
Right.
weekend. We appreciate everybody listening. Tabitha, are you working this weekend?
I
You
have
doing movies?
I have to work, so please, don't be out there pirating any movies. I'll get you.
Man, I wish we had a little more time to just explore that one. How
We
how
do.
she does it.
We do.
It's secret. I can't even tell
what kind
anyone
of
where I'm
weaponry
going to
she
be.
has in what kind of places.
Secrets.
Because
It's
there's
all
no
a secret.
I know she's a badass. The way she looks at me sometimes, you don't want
Oh,
to
I'm
get
gonna
on
get you,
Tabitha
Eric.
Hassell's bad side. That's for sure.
Well, we definitely need the answer to this from the Facebook line. What's a crackhead's favorite song?
Here we go.
I don't know. We're waiting on it. So Ashley is from the Facebook line. Deliver it to us. What is a crackhead's favorite song? That didn't work. We tried it.
What is it?
I'm waiting.
Don't leave me hanging like this.
Exactly. That's what I said. It didn't work. She had it up there and she never put the answer.
I say we have just complete silence until
Bad
this
radio.
damn thing comes in.
Bad radio.
Not my problem.
That was my
Well,
fault.
while we're waiting, Eric, I have a question for you. Someone told me that you're going to have a Metal Studs get together. Is this true, or is this
that's
a
called a
false
reunion
rumor?
in the band
Yeah,
terms. Yes,
yeah.
there will be a Metal Studs reunion coming up.
That's going to be exciting.
Yes, it will.
When
be.
is this going to be?
I don't know, but it's going to be soon, and it'll be followed by a PRL show somewhere. So yes, you are invited to that.
What's a crackhead's favorite song?
I know. We're still waiting on the
No,
answer.
we haven't answered.
It was my fault.
I
I
Wanna
thought
Rock.
We were stretching there, Vic. We were like this, stretching. We were stretching.
You hear that?
I laughed. That is good.
That is a good one.
You waited too long, Ashley.
I know.
You
but
waited
still.
too long.
That's still funny.
Yeah.
We knew the cat was classically trained.
Oh my God.
Because it was always hiding.
Oh my.
Frederick Joseph Haydn.
One more.
Frederick Joseph
Good
Haydn.
morning. You're on the edge. Good morning.
Don't take yourself too
Who
serious.
is this?
I'm talking to myself.
All right. You're talking to yourself? All right, we got to go,
There was
man.
no one there, huh?
There's nothing to take serious.
I
Don't take
know.
yourself too serious.
It's all right. You talk with yourself.
Yeah.
You play with yourself. It's all good, Eric. It's all good.
Who doesn't?
Who does?
Oh my God.
I
Here
love
we go.
Fridays.
Here
I
we
do
go.
love Fridays.
Here we go.
I love Fridays.
Never a dull moment.
Everyone
All right.
loves a Friday.
And we appreciate you listening to The Edge. Share the show, 100.7 The Viper. We'll catch back up with you guys on Monday. See what happens over the weekend to judge what guest we're going to have. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, Tabitha Hassell. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. Chris, I am not working tonight.
You're off?
So, yes, my daughter
Congratulations.
had her dad-daughter dance tonight.
You should wear a purple tie. Purple.
Oh, my God.
That's so cute.
I'll never forget that
You're
now.
going to be saying that all day.
Yeah.
I want you to wear a purple tie. Meow.
Yeah. Everybody have a great weekend. We'll do
See you
this
guys.
again Monday morning, 8 a.m.
Now back to COVID.
Yeah.